Hey everyone. So I'm going to be walking you guys through conditionals and why they are amazing to include in your code, whether you are writing video games, apps, or in this case, coding a virtual robot. We are going to be using VEXcode today, and it's going to be a block style. All right. So first of all, conditionals. Conditionals are statements that basically allow your program or your robot to make some basic decisions. Okay. So they're really amazing because it allows you to anticipate something that your program or that your robot might encounter, a problem perhaps, and then to create an answer for that problem. So that way the program can immediately go to, okay, this condition has come up. What do I do? Oh, okay, the program has already told me, so I'm going to execute this little part program. So we're going to be exploring that using VEXcode. We're going to be on the art canvas here, and the art canvas starts a robot in the middle, and all around the side are walls. All right. So we are going to teach our robot what to do in the event that you encounter a wall. All right. So for this, we're probably going to want it to go for a while. So let's just use a repeat forever. So we're going to grab this. This right here is known as a loop. So VEXcode makes it pretty simple because the loops are all encompassing, and there's even a little arrow here that shows it's going to continue to sort of repeat itself over and over and over again. Now, again, a conditional, it always reminds me back to when you're maybe a little bit younger, and maybe you ask your parents if you can go outside to play, right? And they say, under one condition, have you cleaned your room? And so we all know your answer to that question directly affects their answer. All right. And it's always a yes, no, or true, false. Okay. And that's no different here. Conditionals for a robot, conditionals for a program are the same thing. You get a yes, no type of situation brought up. So for this case, we're going to grab this right here. And again, I'm in control. We're going to get the if, then, else. Okay. So this is if a certain situation comes up, we're going to do this. Otherwise, continue to do this. Now, what we're going to teach our robot how to do is what to do in the event it encounters a wall. All right. So, in the event it encounters a wall, we need to be looking at our sensing piece because the robot needs to understand where to go to get its sensing information. So, there's a couple of options here. I have found the best one so far has been if the front eye is near an object. So you take this and you snap it in right here. So the robot has a couple of sensors already built into it, and most notably is going to be the front eye here at the front. So it's just if it's near an object. Now, outside of block code, you can get more specific with this, and you can say something like if it's within, 100 meters or something like that. Those are definitely things you can also incorporate. For the purposes of this, as this is more of an introduction, we're just going to say like, look, if it's even close, here's what you're going to do. All right. So if it's near an object, what do we want it to do? So let's go back up to our drivetrain because if it gets near an object, we're probably going to want it to go ahead and turn. So what I would say is let's turn to the right and maybe not 90 degrees because that's kind of boring. So let's go a little bit beyond that and say 120 degrees. You are going to turn 120 degrees in the event that you encounter something in your way. Otherwise, what should you do? Well, if nothing's in your way, you're just going to keep on driving. So we're going to grab this here. Now, one thing I've noticed is that Vex has provided us with pretty large play spaces, which is great because it's lots of opportunity. But it's not great because in the event that I'm trying to test wall collisions, it's going to take a long time to get there. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide down here and we're going to grab a set driving velocity. And I'm going to put this before the loop even starts. And we're going to change it from 50% to 100%. This should make it significantly faster. So let's push play. And what should happen is our robot gets close to that wall, realizes there's a wall, turns to the right 120 degrees, and then continues to drive forward and should do that forever. So let's see if that's what ends up happening. And we have success. So as the robot drives, it realizes there's a wall in front of it, it adjusts accordingly, and then it continues to turn and move, which is fantastic. All right. So that about does it for your intro piece on simple conditional pieces. Very soon there will be available an additional piece on more complex conditionals. So look out for that. Thanks, everyone.